What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on with everybody? How y'all feeling? Oh, noontime, Eastern. By the time y'all get this video, it'll be about 2. No, I'm learning just little tidbits and whatnot, right? As great as 4K video look, it from a content creation standpoint, it sure does take a long time to get it into the YouTube system. Like loading from the program you edit to the computer, and then from the computer to your YouTube, it eats up a little bit of time. I'll be wanting to get y'all these episodes by at least the first one by noon, but that 4K switch took it from noon to about 2-ish. But anyway, this cost of doing business. With that being, whatever. Welcome to Kush Equilibrium. I am your always smoking host. You dig? Oops, great. Got a little interesting little reaction today. Well, to start the day. This is coming from, let me double check. This is coming from Justin Hunt, the company man. We always get good reactions from him. He does really good content. Like, I've learned to appreciate the way he goes about things. When I first started watching, I'm like, why? It was like, when you don't understand people or why they do the things that they do, it takes a minute. But once you see it, it's a rhyme and a reason to everything. Solid content. I can't complain. But he got a video about J. Cole and how he feels about the pain in the what to the black community, also known as Kanye West or Ye. Is his name Ye? Is that his legal name? Ye? Is this a nickname? Legal? All right. But yeah, we're gonna check this out, because if he about to say what I think he about to say, I'm about to have an issue with it. But per the normal, I'm always gonna explain why. But if you smoking, light it up. If you drinking, pour it up. You know what I'm saying? It's noon, so a little sip ain't gonna hurt nobody. We grown anyway. We throw these ears on so we can get to the business. Again, this comes from the company man, Justin Hunt. I'm going to obviously pin this in the description. I doubt if we view the whole clip. I usually try not to. Unless it's like something vital that we have to catch. But without further ado, let's get to the business.
Dreamville Fest was this weekend in Raleigh, North Carolina. Big shout out to Dreamville Fest. 1 second applause. Big shout out to J. Cole. 1 second applause. That has become a massive annual event. There was rumors that, I don't know if it was rumors. I think.
Hey, quiet as kept. I forgot about Dreamville. I'm not a Cole fan. I'm not a J. Cole fan, so it don't take much to forget about Dreamville. And based on how J. Cole has handled himself this last year, it's not hard to forget about J. Cole. Again, that's my personal opinion. Some of y'all might love J. Cole, but I've never been a Cole fan. If I had to categorize myself, I would say a Cole supporter. If he gave me something worth listening to, I listen to it. I don't have an anti-Cole stance like I have an anti-Drake stance, an anti-Kanye stance. Like, I always just found J. Cole just a little bit too nice. I always wondered if he ever had any kind of level of dog to it. But let's continue.
I think it was reported that this was the last year of Dreamville Fest. And it turns out that Dreamville Fest will be back under another name. So perhaps J. Cole, sold the rights to this festival or did a partnership deal with a larger organization. Nevertheless, I mean, Dreamville Fest, the Odd Future Carnival, Camp Flog Gnaw. These are massive artist-led festivals that I really, really support. And from ideation to execution.
I always wanted to go to one of them festivals. I think if I had to pick one though, right? And y'all let me know, out of all these little festivals that they be having, which one would you prioritize that put on your bucket list? I gotta make this one time. Nah, for me, because of my habit, this thing right here. I don't think it's no surprise to anybody that I would choose Rolling Loud as the festival to go to. Now, I will say this because I have an eclectic taste for music. A festival I know some of y'all might not think about. I don't even think it's technically considered a festival. But EDC in Vegas, I might sell your mama and mine up the river to go there one time. You get a taste of everything. It's everything. And as a stoner, I like my senses, tapped into or played with. Pause. So I think it's as stimulating as that event will be sonically, I think visually it might be just as impressive, if not more. So that's why I got EDC. Actually, I might have to swap that and put EDC number 1 and then go Rolling Loud 2 and then Flog Gnaw 3. But let's get back to this. But let me know if you a music festival person or you want to got something on your list. You like one time I want to try it. Let me know which one you would try.
To what they do for the community and what they do to bring different artists together. And so I wasn't at Dreamville Fest this weekend, but it seems like there was a bunch of incredible acts and it wasn't streamed. They didn't stream it this year. So perhaps they're going to release it in some other capacity now that it's over. But there was a big moment that took place at Dreamville Fest that connects to moments in the larger news cycle. Now, we've been talking about Kanye West here and there on this channel. I raised the question as to whether Ye's rants on Twitter are actually news in 2025. We talked about this on Culture United. Check it out if you missed it. And I made a commitment to myself that I'd only cover Ye straight up if he was actually talking or if there was something music related. And right now he is pushing World War III. The next album, I guess, is followed up Bully. Bully didn't make a dent at all. At all. I'm not even sure if it's still on YouTube. I'm not sure if they put it back up. I know they took it down on a couple of streaming platforms. I think Ye fans, we all listen to it. I'm a Ye fan. I'm a longtime Ye fan. Of course, I'm going to listen to Bully. I wasn't moved by it at all, to be honest. Maybe I'm not in the right mindset to listen to new Ye right now. But for the things I like about Ye, there wasn't any of that in the album. I like when Ye raps. There weren't that many vocals, period, on this project. 2, there was something cold about it. There's something a little cold about it. I know there's allegations that a lot of the vocals were done with AI. At one point, Ye said,
my bad. That right there has been my struggle. Even with all the craziness that Kanye has exhibited, if I remove that for a second, which is very hard to do, and I eventually got to a point where I couldn't remove it no more. But his open acceptance of AI and the way people are explaining he's using it versus the way others utilize it, it's like He's trying to treat AI as an instrument. It just seems like he's leaning into it so much more than the industry standard that I'm conflicted. Like, how do I know you created it? Like, if I'm going to give Drake flack, and I promise you I'm not going to turn this into a Drake video, but if I'm going to give Drake flack for possibly not creating much of his catalog or his biggest hits being created by someone else, then why would I give you a pass? This has always been my issue. Why would I give you a pass for basically saying, look at me, I'm using something else to create my music and you gonna take it? It brings arrogant, and like I said, I don't know how to, I'm at a point where I don't know how to judge AI. I'm sure it's a lot of stuff I probably like that got some type of AI use in it. So I'm not trying to be naive about it. But it just seems like they say, it's all AI. Like, so what did you do? Push play? Did you hit the power? What? You hit the power button and that makes you the creator? Like, I'm seriously confused. Now, that's just me removing the crazy. Once you tack the crazy back in, I mean, I've already got to a point where, like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Your music is no longer worth the headache. You know how everybody, if you a fan of any sports team, it's often said you willing to take any bull jive from a star player. He's worth it, or she's worth it. But once the talent erodes, but the same bad behaviors are there, eventually you like, you ain't really worth all this. You know what? Let me trade you. Let me get rid of you. You gotta go. I'm not even getting what I need out of you to be okay with all these shenanigans. That's where I'm at. That's the best way I can put it. Maybe, and it would be hypocritical and it would be bad. But if he gave us dope, fire, top of the chart type music, would we be willing to deal with him more? Which will be bad. That would be a bad thing, but it's reality. If he was putting out fire music, I don't think too many of us will pay too much attention to his antics. I think we will go back or revert to the way we used to think about it, like, oh, Kanye crazy, and just brush it off. I think some of us are at a point where, like, your music suck and you as a person suck. So I don't need to deal with you. It made the decision so much easier. When the music started sucking, it made it so much easier to look at him for what he was or is, or how he are pretending to be, however you want to look at it.
And it's up to him to teach the world how to use AI. But it felt really distant and cold to me. I thought the production, the flips were great. But overall, it was a one-time listen for me. And I actually gave it 2 listens. I gave it a shot. Bully isn't sticking, and now he's back with World War III, which is a project that has a KKK member on the cover. KKK member on the cover. Nevertheless, that's not what this video is about, but that's where Kanye West is right now. He released a clip of him in the studio recording a song called Heil Hitler, and he takes some shots at Drake on there. He's been taking shots at a lot of people, and one of those people is...
Wait. I thought he taking shots at Drake. I thought him and Drake is supposed to be Team Dark Side to take out Kendrick. Like, everything is changing by the minute, man. Like, let's see if we heard that right, y'all.
In the studio recording a song called Heil Hitler, and he takes some shots at Drake on there. He's been taking shots at a lot of people, and one of those people is J. Cole. Said a lot of things about J. Cole. At one point, he said, "I hate J. Cole music so much." In another post, he said, "It's like between Kendrick and Cole. I bet you industry plants asked Cole to diss Drake. Then we would have been accosted with a Cole Super Bowl commercial with no SZA song to save it." As Cole to diss Drake. Post, he said, "It's like between Kendrick and Cole. I bet you industry plants asked Cole to diss Drake. Then we would have been accosted with a Cole Super Bowl commercial with no SZA song to save it." That's kind of crazy.
That would have sucked. We ain't gotta talk about this part too much. That would have sucked. If you think a J. Cole Super Bowl would have been dope, let it be known. Stand on business. Get in the comments. I don't think not one of y'all would say yes. Not one of y'all about to say yes to no J. Cole doing no Super Bowl. Yeah, and I don't know what woman you would partner with J. Cole to give it that some kind of breakup from the hip hop. I think that's gonna always be a thing for the Super Bowl. Even if you do an all hip hop act, I think you have to have some level of R&B or something else to break that up. You can't do rappity rap raps from beginning to end. I don't think they'll ever allow it. I don't think they'll ever allow it. You're not about to make the halftime show a full-blown cypher. They ain't going for that. No. They ain't going for that. You got to break it up a little bit.
Crazy. 1 second applause. I'm not even sure if Cole has the catalog to do the Super Bowl. Like, I really question that. And that's wild to question with him being such a big artist. But if J. Cole ever performed at the Super Bowl by himself, if he headlined, I'd be shocked to see that. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. But one of the funniest things that Ye said about J. Cole was he said no one listens to Cole after losing their virginity. Now, Ye's been taking shots at Cole.
Wow, that's crazy. Wait, I can see it though. J. Cole music is kind of virgin-y. I feel like the way people say we as Kendrick fans look at J. Cole, that's really what, look at Kendrick Lamar, that's really what J. Cole is. He the purest of the pure. I don't think he has a mean bone in his body. I think he says please and thank you to everybody. I think the hardest thing in his life is to say no. When you say the word masculinity, I don't think he's it. Like that back against the wall, fight or flight kick in. I think his mind is automatically preset to flight. No, like I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's just that's just what I believe. Like I think he could only talk tough when he got like a +1 with him or something. And he got a couple of songs that I listened to, but I've never sought the song out. Like I never went to go search for the song. It just happened to play. And I looked, oh, this is a J. Cole song. It's just like he just has a timid demeanor about him. Y'all let me. What y'all thinking? I think any of y'all see him actually have, like, when he did the diss before he erased it later. I was shocked. I might have been the most shocked man in America. I didn't think he had that in him. I was shocked. So I guess I got to give that some kind of level of respect, because he did shoot. He just chased the bullet afterwards.
For a while. He also took shots at Cole on the Like That remix a year ago. And a lot of this is because J. Cole made false idols and took shots at Ye. Right. So one of the things that Cole did also a year ago at last year's Dreamville Fest was April 7th is when he apologized to Kendrick Lamar. And in his apology, one of the things he said was 7 Minute Drill reminded him of where he was a few years ago when he wasn't moving right, when he wasn't aligned with God. Right. And so that's one of the things that he said. Now, since he said that, and since Port Antonio, and since a few other tracks that have come out, it seems like he's just in a totally different space, right? Maybe he's not into competitive hip hop. Maybe he's not looking to point fingers the way he's done so frequently, truthfully, throughout his career. You know, we haven't heard him say anything about Freddie Gibbs yet. We haven't heard him say anything about Joey Badass yet.
If that's true, let's go down that street real quick. If that's true, does that change how you look at J. Cole? Like, by default, if he in a mindset where he at peace with life, which, hey, and if he is, man, God bless you, bro. God bless you. Because finding peace as a black man in this world is hard. It's hard. Yeah, and if you're a black man watching this, you know, because you searching for it right now in your life. And if you found it, yeah, congratulations to you too, bro. But if you have found peace, and that's where he at, I'm gonna make good music. I'm not on the other shit. Being top, whatever, don't mean nothing to me. So if he's taking himself out the race, that means we have to oblige and no longer count him when you go to rank MCs. So who goes in that spot? So if we assume it, hey, we just gonna follow what's out there. Dot take number one. To the world, to the rest of the world, Drake sits at number 2. In my opinion, we should, at the very minimum, penalize him for suing hip hop, because that's what he do. So we should put Drake number 3, which means we're looking for number 2. Who's that number 2? I'm gonna think on it. I want y'all to think on it too, because that's the real question. Who's the number 2? We're gonna think on that, and we're gonna come back to it.
But on Dreamville, he said something about Ye. He said something about Ye, and it was immensely positive. Let's take a listen.
They said I needed some shit called a hit record. I ain't never even thought about that shit before. Like, I was stressing the fuck out, but even in your most stressful times, all you gotta do is just leave the door cracked for God. That's all he needs, a little bit of space, and he can.
That's beautiful. That's 100% true. 1 second applause for God. That's really all you need. You gotta leave some space for God. God gotta be right there in the center. Whatever religion, whatever faith, whatever, but God got to be there.
Slide right in there And there was one day I was in a hotel and I had the fucking door cracked. Thank God I had the door cracked. I was listening to the song. I know niggas feel a way about him right now. But I got love for him and I really appreciate him.
I know niggas feel a way about him right now, but I got love for him and I really appreciate him. 1 second applause. That's a dope level of compassion right there. If you guys, anybody watching who doesn't know who he's talking about, he is talking about Ye. And what he is referring to is that Ye had a song called New Workout Plan on College Dropout. 1 second applause for the College Dropout. Classic song. I love it. All the mocha lattes, you gotta do Pilates. 1 second applause. That song, when that song came out, like that was a very fresh song to make. Like there's not a lot of workout songs on big hip hop albums at that point in time. And that came out really dope. And J. Cole flipped that for his first single on Sideline Story. And so he didn't have a hit song. He was stressing out how to what that looked like for him. And he ended up flipping New Workout Plan. And it became a big song for him. So this is a great moment that J. Cole's describing here. He continues.
He cleared all these fucking samples for me, you know what I mean? And when that door cracked, I heard some shit that I had heard for a long time. I had been hearing this shit, but I heard it differently that day. It was like, imagine I'm in the bathroom, but I had a laptop in the hotel room on the bed, and I heard this shit coming from the other room.
When it came time to take things to the next level, I knew that I had to make a website, and Wix was perfect for that.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna play from that. But this is a cool moment. I mean, Kanye did clear those samples, did clear that sample for him. Now, Ye and J. Cole came out under Jay-Z, so I'm sure that wasn't a very difficult thing to do. And, but he still did it. So J. Cole's first hit record is inextricably tied to Kanye West. Now, whatever's happened between them over the years, J. Cole did call him out on false prophets. And Ye has been screaming about Cole essentially in one way or the other for the past year. And rather than throw shots again or double down or say Ye is crazy, he actually takes a really humble route. He says, I know people feel crazy about him right now, but I really appreciate him. I got love for him. And he cleared all these samples. So 1 second applause to J. Cole. I thought that was a cool moment from J. Cole, and a nice shout out to
you. This is my first time watching this. So I really thought this was about to go another way. I promise you I did. As far as Cole saying nice words or whatever, I mean, what else you gonna do? Like, I got a hit because of you. My first hit. Like, what else do you do? That man probably didn't feel like his career even really had no real takeoff into that song. So I get it. Plus, that's why I said context matters for so much stuff, bro. I clicked the thumbnail so fast because I'm like, wait a minute. I know he ain't just out here just heaping mountains of praise on. No, that felt more like I appreciate what you did for me. I appreciate you looking out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Plus, like I said earlier, J. Cole's just kind of like mush, respectfully. Like, he ain't got no... I genuinely think he in a place in life where he just He want to be a butt of bullshit. Like, I get it, because like as I've gotten older, and I'm older than him, but you know, we all hit this point at different times in life. Like I done got to a point where like I see bullshit coming a mile away, and I get out the way of it. I think maybe for a second he got caught up in the wave. That I think at his core he's a competitor, but I think from a life standpoint he made the decision whether or not competing is worth it. And clearly he made the decision that competing is no longer worth it. So anything I think personally from here on out that looks like it can be an agitation, I would say from here on out, just expect J. Cole to take the most positive route possible. And I know that sucked for some of y'all, because y'all know how dope he can be, because he can be dope. Like, if he was willing to do it with Dot, how Dot has got to a point where he just willing to say, all right, fuck it. If I gotta be the bad guy, I'll be it. Fuck it. Let's go. J. Cole will be fire. Like, I think that's the level of J. Cole to where, like, when I always say you search out the song, you search that song out. That he can give you some stuff after you start your car. Everybody knows how important this song is. When you start your car and you set your music, everybody got a couple of songs that they go to. Before you back out your garage or pull out your parking spot, you got your song, your select song or whatever that you put on. Don't let you be going outside to kick it. He gonna give you that song when you know you about to go kick it, or if you know you about to go outside and catch cool. Yeah, you feeling good, feeling great. Mm-hmm. He can give you that. But he don't want it. Or, well, I should say I want to be factual. I think he want it, but he's determined it's not worth what you got to go through to get it. If he had peace with it, I'm at peace with it, but that means we still got to figure out who number two. Because Drake can't be number two. You lost the battle. You go to the bottom. I feel like I'm being fair. Yeah, y'all can put him in number two if you want to. But he at number three. So who number two? I'm biased. I'm gonna tell you my number two. And y'all ain't gonna like it. And y'all gonna think I'm tripping. But being active matter to me. And Big X the Plug ain't getting nearly the love he should be getting right now. Somebody gotta say it. It's my current number two. What do you want me to do? There's too many situations in life I could play his music. And who I had somebody else in my number two, but I feel like he hasn't done enough. I think I'm just caught in his moments that he's having. But I ain't gonna say nothing about him, because y'all ain't about to murder me for him. I'm gonna wait for his next album is gonna justify me saying he number three and Drake is out of the top three. But I'm gonna wait on that. But I'm Oops Great. This is Kush Equilibrium. Let me know who y'all number 2 is. Under the premise of Kendrick is number 3. Kendrick is number 1 and Drake is number 3. Who would you make number 2? Or if you don't agree with Drake being at number 3, stand on it. Tell me why. Trust me, I'm going to respond. I shouldn't say I'm going to respond because that'll make y'all scared to leave a comment. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Do y'all thing. I'll get at y'all.